All right, good morning, everyone. We're here for Maryland Public Service Commission case number 9811, which is the application of Hopewell Ranch Solar One LLC for a certificate of public convenience and necessity to construct a 2.5 megawatt solar photovoltaic generating facility in Harford County, Maryland. We can start with appearances from council.
Good morning, Your Honor. Roberta James for the applicant, Hopewell Ranch Solar One LLC.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Attorney General Steve Tolson for the Power Plant Research Program.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Dean on behalf of the staff of the Maryland Public Service Commission.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Grant Giel on behalf of Harford County.
Good morning. Do we have any preliminary matters that we need to take up before we get started?
Just one, Your Honor. I was wondering, entering the exhibits into the record, how do you want to do it this morning, in bulk or via witnesses?
It's a contested matter, so we can do it via witnesses.
Okay. In that case, can I enter the compliance filings?
Yeah, go ahead and mark them.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Actually, wait, just give me 1 second so I can get that in front of me.
Absolutely.
I have a very preliminary matter, Your Honor. What is the Wi-Fi password?
Oh,
PSC guest,
PSC guest. There we go.
lowercase.
Thank you. I think that actually might be the one that in the 16th floor. Thank you.
did you get it working?
Give me just a second. It should work. Is it the same password for the 2G and 5G or just for the baseline?
It's the same.
Okay. It's working. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Actually, you give me the password. Thank you.
Your Honor, first, can you confirm that the Hopewell Ranch Solar LLC certificate of public filing for the pre-hearing conference was marked and entered into the...
It was applicant exhibit 1.
Thank you. Request that applicant exhibit 2 be marked Hopewell Ranch Solar 1 petition, which was filed on September 2nd, 2025, mail log 321996, consisting of 13 pages.
Applicant exhibit 2 is marked.
And can you please mark for the record applicant exhibit number 6, case number 9811, Hopewell Ranch Solar 1 LLC completeness determination filing, filed on October 22nd, 2025, in mail log 323570, consisting of 6 pages.
Applicant 6 is marked.
Can you mark for the record, please, applicant's exhibit 8, certificates of publication for the first public comment hearing, filed on February 15th, 2026, under mail log 327182, consisting of 18 pages.
Applicant exhibit 8 is marked.
Please mark applicant exhibit 10A, the Hopewell Ranch Solar LLC required public engagement compliance filing public, filed on April 10th, 2026, under mail log 328889, consisting of 13 pages.
Applicant exhibit 10 is marked, and the confidential version will be 10C.
Okay, thank you. Please mark for applicant exhibit 12, Hopewell Ranch certificate of publication for the second public comment hearing, filed July 10th, 2026, under mail log 332021, consisting of 15 pages.
Applicant 12 is marked.
Please mark applicant exhibit number 13, the Hopewell Ranch sign affidavit, which was filed on July 15th, 2026, under mail log 332142, consisting of 5 pages.
Applicant 13 is marked.
request that Your Honor move those exhibits into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
No, Your Honor.
Applicants' exhibits 2, 6, 8, 10, 10C, 12, and 13 are admitted into the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have one other preliminary matter.
Sure.
I have a few exhibits in hard copy, just for use on cross-examination. Do you want me, I can tell you what they are if you want to, do you want me to have the witnesses authenticate them as well? They are part of the record, have been docketed. They're all the ERD, Appendix U, Appendix O, Appendix C. I just have them printed out for convenience for cross-examination.
No, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. That's it for me, thank you.
You want to call your first witness?
Yes, the applicant calls Rachel Boots to the stand. Good morning. Ms. Boots, who do you work for?
I work for Community Power Group.
And what is Community Power Group's relationship to Hopewell Ranch?
Community Power Group is the parent company, and Hopewell Ranch Solar One LLC is the project-specific entity for this project.
Thank you. Ms. Boots, I have a number of exhibits I'm going to move into evidence through your testimony, starting with the environmental review document and ending with your written testimony. So if you would turn your attention to the electronic document room that we created. Do you have in front of you a document entitled Number 3, Hopewell Ranch Solar One LLC ERD without appendices, which was filed on September 2nd, 2025 under mail log 321996, consisting of 62 pages?
Yes.
Your Honor, request that Hopewell Ranch Solar One LLC ERD without appendices be marked as applicant's Exhibit 3.
Applicant 3 is marked.
Ms. Boots, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Was this document prepared by you or under your supervision or control?
Yes.
And is it a true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Do you wish to make any corrections or additions to it?
No.
Your Honor, request that applicant's Exhibit 3 be moved into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
Applicant 3 is admitted.
Ms. Boots, in the electronic document room, do you have a document entitled Number 4, Appendices A through X, which consists of all the appendices to the ERD, which were filed with the ERD on September 2nd, 2025, under mail log number 321996, consisting of 561 pages?
Yes.
Your Honor, request that the appendices A through X to the environmental review document be marked as applicant's Exhibit 4.
Applicant Exhibit 4 is marked.
Ms. Boots, do you recognize these documents?
Yes.
And were these documents prepared by you or under your supervision or control?
Yes.
And are they true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Do you wish to make any corrections or additions to these documents?
No.
Your Honor, request that applicant's Exhibit 4 be moved into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
Ms. Boots, did you sponsor the entire ERD? Or what portions did you sponsor?
Community Power Group prepared the entire ERD under my direction, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Applicant Exhibit 4 is admitted.
Ms. Boots, in the electronic document room, do you have a document entitled Number 5, Hopewell Ranch, excuse me, case number 9811, supplemental filing dated 10/10/2025 with attachments, which contains 2 attachments and was filed on Sorry, Jeffrey. contains two attachments, which was filed on October 10th, 2025, under mail log 323178 and consisting of 7 pages.
Yes.
Your Honor, request that Hopewell Ranch case number 9811 supplemental filing dated 10/10/25 with attachments be marked as applicant's Exhibit 5.
So marked.
Ms. Boots, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And was it prepared by you or under your supervision or control?
Yes.
Is it true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And do you wish to make any corrections or additions to it?
No.
Your Honor, request that applicant's Exhibit 5 be moved into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
5 is admitted.
Ms. Boots, do you have a document titled Number 9 Hopewell Ranch Solar PPRP DR1 Responses, which was filed on March 4th, 2026 under mail log 327617 and consisting of 69 pages?
Yes.
Your Honor, request that Hopewell Ranch Solar PPRP DR1 Responses be marked as applicant's Exhibit 9.
9 is marked.
Ms. Boots, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Was it prepared by you or under your supervision or control?
Yes.
Is it true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Do you wish to make any corrections or additions?
No.
Your Honor, request that applicant's Exhibit 9 be moved into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
Were you the sponsor of all of the responses?
Yes.
9 is admitted.
Ms. Boots, in the electronic document room, do you have a document entitled Number 14, Post-Meeting Comment Response Final, which was filed on July 22nd, 2026 under mail log 332349 and consisting of 5 pages?
Yes.
Your Honor, request that post-meeting comment response final be marked as applicant's Exhibit 14.
Exhibit 14 is marked.
Ms. Boots, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Was this document prepared by you or under your supervision or control?
Yes.
Is it true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Do you wish to make any corrections or additions to this document?
No.
Your Honor, request that applicant's Exhibit 14 be moved into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
I'm not going to move applicant Exhibit 14 into evidence. It's a letter filed by an attorney. It's not something that was prepared by this witness. At least it does not purport to be on its face.
Ms. Boots, in the electronic document room, do you have a document entitled 15, Response to Bench DRs 1 and 2, which was filed on August 17th, 2026, under mail log 333361 and consisting of 290 pages?
Yes.
Your Honor, request that the response to bench DRs 1 and 2 be marked as applicant's Exhibit 15.
It is marked.
Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Was this document prepared by you or under your supervision?
Yes.
Is it true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Do you wish to make any corrections or additions to it?
No.
Your Honor, request applicant's Exhibit 15 be moved into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
Applicant 15 is admitted.
Ms. Boots, do you have a document entitled Number 18, Updated Site Plan, which was filed on August 21st, 2026, under mail log 333528, consisting of 7 pages?
Yes.
Your Honor, request that the updated site plan be marked as applicant's Exhibit 18.
Applicant 18 is marked.
Do you recognize this document, Ms. Boots?
Yes.
And was this document prepared by you or under your supervision or control?
Yes.
And is it true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Do you wish to make any corrections or additions to this document?
No.
Your Honor, request that applicant's Exhibit 18 be moved into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
Applicant 18 is admitted.
Now, Ms. Boots, I'm going to turn to your testimonies. In the electronic document room, you have a document entitled Hopewell Ranch Direct Testimony and Decom Plan, filed on January 20th, 2026, under mail log 326390 and consisting of 26 pages.
Yes.
Your Honor, request that the Hopewell Ranch Direct Testimony and Decom Plan be marked as applicant's Exhibit 7.
So marked.
Ms. Boots, in the electronic document room, do you also have a document entitled Michael Barkowski and Rachel Boots, case number supplemental direct testimony filed on June 11th, 2026 under mail log 331064, consisting of 33 pages.
Yes.
Your Honor, request that the Michael Barkowski and Rachel Boots case number 9811 supplemental direct testimony be marked as applicant's exhibit 11.
11 is marked.
Ms. Boots, are you familiar with the direct and supplemental testimonies of Michael Barkowski that was filed jointly with you on this matter?
Yes.
Have you fully adopted Mr. Barkowski's direct and supplemental testimony?
Yes.
If I were to ask you the same questions today, would your answers be the same in these testimonies?
Yes.
Is your testimony true and correct to the best of your ability?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd like to move applicants exhibits 7 and 11 into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
Applicants 7 and 11 are admitted.
Lastly, Ms. Boots, in the electronic document room, do you have a document entitled Case Number 9811 Supplemental Testimony Rachel Boots with attachments that was filed on August 21st, 2026 under mail log 333527, consisting of 38 pages?
Yes.
Your Honor, request that case number 9811 supplemental testimony of Rachel Boots with attachments be marked as applicant's exhibit 16.
Applicant 16 is marked.
Ms. Boots, was this document prepared by you?
Yes.
And if I were to ask you the same questions today, would your answers be the same?
Yes.
And is your testimony true and correct to the best of your ability?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd like to move applicant's exhibit 16 into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
Applicant 16 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions, and this witness is available for questioning.
PPRP,
No questions.
the county,
I have some questions, yes. I do have a preliminary inquiry since there were two people sponsoring this. Are they both going to be presented and ask the same questions, or are you sponsoring both?
this witness just adopted the testimony of the other party.
I just didn't know if he was also going to be put forward. All right. I believe this is marked as Exhibit 4. This is, I'm looking at Appendix J, the soil classifications that you had. There are various statements throughout the record that the amount of prime agricultural land that would be impacted at the site would be less than 1%. And the Appendix J soil classifications and associated documents mark the amount of prime versus non-prime land at closer to 63% non-prime versus 37% prime within the area of interest. Why do you believe the amount of impacted prime land would be less than 1% of the total land?
The soil report in Appendix J shows, I think, 1 acre of disturbance of the prime farmland. The 1% reference, I believe, goes back to the PPR's testimony about overall county prime farmland, not project.
I believe that, I don't want to argue about it, but your answer then is that the 1% is specifically for the county's impacts.
I believe so, yes.
In your estimation, how much of the area of interest would be impacted that would be prime agricultural land?
The prime farmland inside the project's limit of construction is 1 acre of the 14.7 acres. And so that's about less than 10%.
Are you classifying only the prime land that is marked as the non-drained prime land? More specifically, I'll pull up the soil classification, the MSB2 soil classification impacts.
Let me pull that report up.
For your clarity, there are 4 separate documents marked as Appendix J. I'm looking at the soil survey prime farmland property component of it.
Okay, the property one took into account the full property. The project area is primarily on the WAA soils.
So you're identifying the 1.3 acres of MSB2 land in that as the impact of roughly 1 acre. This is on Prime Farmland LLC.
The MSB2, yes, which is in the area that's already also developed with the existing farmhouse and existing driveway.
Why are you not incorporating ADA and ADB farmland as part of the calculations?
They're not identified as prime farmland.
Let me pull this up. Give me a second. Sorry, since there are so many Appendix J documents, if you'll bear with me for one more second. I recalled seeing testimony. I don't see it in this document. It may be in another one, but I recalled seeing testimony stating something to the effect that some of this area that was marked would be prime agricultural farmland if drained. Instead, it seems the ADB marked in this document is that it is farmland of statewide importance. Did you ever make any testimony with regards to whether or not something would be prime farmland if drained?
So you're looking at Appendix J, Exhibit 4.
Yes.
Yes, the color coordinating map on page, I guess, 48 of Exhibit 4 identifies the MSB2 as the prime farmland. The ADB and ADA, which I think you're asking about, is color-coded prime farmland if drained. And then the predominant soil area, WAA, is not prime farmland.
Possible confusion here is because the coloration is very similar. Because there's primal farmland of drained and farmland of statewide importance. One is a sea green and the other is a teal. And I'm just unclear as to how you're categorizing those. So are you categorizing them as prime farmland of drained or farmland of statewide importance?
The exhibit on page 49 shows it as prime farmland if drained.
And that was not taken into the calculation as to the total amount of impacts because you identified it as being undrained?
Correct.
Is it standard practice to identify something as not being prime farmland if it needs to be drained?
Yes, correct. To my understanding, the areas of prime farmland were classified. Areas of prime farmland, if drained, were a separate category. And then the area is predominantly the not prime farmland, which we strategically designed around.
Does the applicant have any intention to increase forest cover at the border of the property within the 100-foot setback area?
There is a plan for a landscape buffer.
The landscape buffer identified in the updated site plan extends around the limit of disturbance, but there's also marking along the edges with regards to forest cover in sort of little green loops that appears to incorporate a large portion of the southern end that doesn't actually have trees in it. I don't know if this is a technical marker or if you intended to expend the tree cover down there or not, but I'm asking for clarification as to the trees that are at the actual border of the property.
So this project will not be removing any trees from the property. There's no tree removal required. So all the on-site trees will remain. And then the landscape buffer shown in the updated site plan is shown with like the green circular hatch, and it is the entire western side and southern side, whereas the existing forest that I believe you're referencing that's going to be maintained is along the north and the east.
So what I'm looking at here is the southern border of the property. It's not the landscape buffer. There's an area that's marked with those sort of little hedgerow bubbles, and there's portions of this this forested marker that appear to include areas that do not actually have any forests in them. I'm not asking if trees are going to be removed. I'm asking if you have any plans to add trees to the border of the property.
Counsel, do you want to approach and point out where you're talking about
Sure.
to the witness?
I'm identifying this area here. We have marked with the green border here. There's an area in this area that doesn't have any forested spot and appears to be marked as though it has additional forested area. Does the applicant have any plans to put trees in that area?
No, this area here is off the property, and this is just the existing tree line from the forest stabilization.
There are approximately 12 residential buildings to my count with associated accessory structures that had line of sight onto the western edge of the property across from Hopewell Road. Did you make any attempts to communicate with any of those homeowners directly?
Yes, we did.
Were you successful in communicating with any of them?
We sent emails and mailers, but did not receive any replies. I believe some of the attendees were at our pre-community meeting, but we didn't get addresses of the attendees list, so I cannot confirm.
So at your community meeting, you did have people in attendance,
Yes,
and you didn't identify who was adjacent versus who was in the neighborhood generally?
that's correct.
Is it common practice to not take down people's addresses whenever they are attending such a meeting?
We did not take down their addresses.
I understand. Is it common practice not to do so?
He's asking for outside of her knowledge.
She can answer the question, whether if she knows the answer.
I'm not sure.
Were you personally at this meeting?
No, I was not.
Did you have any input in scheduling this meeting?
Yes.
Have you been at other public meetings for solar facility applications in the past?
Yes.
At those other applications, did you have any sort of sign-in sheet for people who were attending that as to their identities and their addresses?
No.
How long does it take for this proposed type C landscape buffer to grow in?
5 years.
And is that contingent on specific selection of trees?
Yes.
Are you planting any partially grown trees into the landscape buffer area?
Can you clarify partially?
Are you planting saplings and seeds to grow up straight from the ground, or are they coming in partially grown?
Partially grown.
All of them or some of them?
All of them.
Do you believe that the landscape buffer would fully screen the facility by the time the construction was completed?
By the time construction is completed, no, because but the visual impact analysis that we submitted shows that at maturity it is primarily is screened.
Do you install the landscape buffer after the completion of the facility?
It depends on the planting season, but it's within the construction time period.
So is it concurrent with construction?
Yes.
Did you provide a design proposal for a type C landscape buffer, or were you directed to install a type C landscape buffer?
We proposed the type C landscape buffer.
Why did you propose a type C as opposed to a type D or type E landscape buffer?
I am not prepared to answer that question. I believe it was based off of the zoning of the site. Other developments would do a type C, but I would have to confirm. So
Is
we
there
took
anyone here today who you believe would be able to testify to that?
no.
Are you familiar personally with the differences between C, D, and E landscape buffers?
No.
Are you familiar with the details of specifically type C landscape buffers?
Yes.
What does a type C landscape buffer require?
I'm going to look at the plan, and it requires a minimum of 20 feet wide, 6 large trees, 5 medium to small trees per every 100 linear feet, and then an additional 25 shrubs per 100 linear feet.
Where are you looking?
I'm looking on the updated landscape or updated site plan, page 4, which is our landscape plan. And it includes buffer notes, which lists out the requirements of the Class C landscape buffer.
I'm on page 4 at the moment. Where do you say that this information is written in the document?
On the bottom right corner under buffer notes.
You said this was page 4 of the updated site plan?
Yes.
My page 4 indicates non-rooftop disconnection notes, and filter strip notes. Am I looking at the wrong page?
It's called Landscape C004.
Ah, I see it, okay. There's an extra page on the beginning of the PDF. Would you personally be able to testify as to whether or not the applicant would be willing to incorporate a type D or type E landscape buffer as a condition if this were approved?
I could not confirm that without knowing what type D and E look like.
What uses are operating to the direct south of the subject property?
Residential.
Are there any other agricultural uses on any of the bordering property lines?
I do not believe so.
Your application materials, including your supplemental testimony, indicated that the project conformed with the Harford County Comprehensive Plan. And in your supplemental testimony, you pointed to, quote, the big ideas section of Harford Next. Was there anything that you believed was in concert with Hartford Next beyond citation to the preamble paragraph of the big ideas?
Could you repeat that question?
Yes, I won't repeat it word for word, but in your supplemental testimony, you stated that the project was in conformance or concert with the Hartford Next comprehensive plan. And then you cited the section of big ideas. And in particular, you cited the sustainability provision of the big ideas. Was there anything within the Hartford Next comprehensive plan that you believed comported with the plan other than a citation to the preamble paragraph?
That was the comprehensive plan section that we felt most aligned with our project ideals.
Did you believe that there were any provisions of the comprehensive plan that were contrary to the submission of this application?
I don't have the full comprehensive plan, so I'm not able to answer that right now.
Your Honor, a brief moment of direction on my end. I don't have a physical copy of the plan either. I only have a digital copy of the plan. I would like to quote a couple pages of the plan. I don't know how we would do that if the applicant's witness doesn't have a physical copy, but I could direct her to a digital copy if possible. I didn't print it out because it's a public document, so I wasn't planning to submit it as an exhibit. So I just don't know how I want to quote something to somebody who doesn't have a copy in front of them.
Why don't you send an email to all council with the link, and myself with the link that you're proposing the witness look at?
Give me a second. I'm sending it to all council with a service list. This is a direction to the plans and programs, and Hartford Next is the first downloadable link, 2016 Hartford Next.
Did you add me to that email?
Yes, you are also in that email. I would send the document directly, but it's like 80 megabytes, so it wouldn't go through the emails.
It's going to take a moment for that to come in. We're going to go off the record. Thank you. can go back on the record.
Do you have a digital copy of the document now, ma'am?
No, I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
Counsel.
Well, thank you.
Counsel, in the future, if there's something that you're using for this type of questioning, it's usually a good idea to bring a paper copy.
Sure. Would you like us to introduce the comprehensive plan as exhibits in future hearings?
It's up to you. It's your case.
Understood. Before you is the Hartford Next Comprehensive Plan. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes.
Did you personally review this document at any point?
Yes.
Did you review the full breadth of this document?
Yes.
And is your prior testimony that the area of the document that you believed was, slightly paraphrasing, most in concert with your application was the big ideas section of the at the beginning of the comprehensive plan? Is that correct?
Yes.
Were there any other provisions that you believed would still support your application, even if they weren't the exemplar provision?
Yes, our ERD under the Comprehensive Plan Hartford Next section also discusses grow with a purpose as a major theme that's discussed through the Hartford Comprehensive Plan. And we believe that the solar use is in alignment with intentional planning on growing with purpose and providing energy to nearby residents, screened from the public view to preserve the nature of the area, and at the end of the project's lifespan, it could be returned to agricultural use through the decommissioning.
I'll proffer even that the page 70 of the plan suggests that there should be additional renewable energy in the form of solar facilities. But do you believe that the growing with purpose provision and the provisions to support renewable energy are contingent based on the location within the county?
Yes, projects should be well sited, and we believe this project is well sited.
Do you believe that there's any conflict with the directive on page 68 that of preserving productive farmland to ensure that our rich agricultural heritage will survive and be a valuable asset to future generations?
I do not believe that's a conflict because this is a majority non-prime farmland.
Well, do you believe that there's a distinction between prime farmland and productive farmland?
I'm not sure I can answer that.
Do you believe that productive farmland by tautology is farmland that produces things?
Yes.
So if something is productive farmland and is capable of supporting crops, would it be an impact if something were to change that farmland in a manner that would prevent it from growing crops?
Yes, but I do want to put on the record that there is no active farming at this property.
You stated earlier that the farming ceased in 2024, if I recall correctly.
I believe that is part of our testimony, but I believe it's earlier than that. I need to look at that.
But
that's when we entered a lease with the landowner.
So
is
yeah,
2024.
the follow-up question then is: Did farming at this property cease whenever you entered into a lease with the applicant? Sorry, with the farm owner.
No, our proposal for solar was not the impetus for them to stop farming. I do not know why they did not continue farming.
If you don't know why, then would you be able to state that your application and the lease wasn't the reason that they stopped farming?
I need to look at the dates, but I'm pretty sure I could testify to that they stopped farming before we ever entered conversations with them.
Do you know how much earlier that they stopped farming before you entered into conversations?
I do not know.
Are you aware of whether or not farming was occurring in the past in the area that is currently marked as the area of impact?
Yeah, research of the Google aerials does show, I think, pasture farming with animals, and there's a concrete trough in the middle of the field that is assumed to have previously provided water to pasture animals.
So in the past, the area that is now marked as the area of impact at this property was being used for agriculture,
In the past, yes.
and it was therefore productive farmland?
I can't testify to that.
Do you believe that there's any conflict with the concern on page 78 of the comprehensive plan that, quote, while the farming industry remains strong, farmland continues to be lost, threatening the future viability of agriculture in the county?
Can you repeat the question?
Do you believe that there's any conflict with the application presented before the PULJ today and the PSC generally, with the concern stated on page 78 to protect farmland and guard against the loss of said farmland?
No, I do not believe there's a conflict here. This land isn't marked under a preservation or any protective agricultural land easements.
You perfect follow through this. You stated in the application that you're not in the priority preservation area. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Are you aware of where the PPA borders are?
I do not know.
Would you, if I proffered that the PPA borders are approximately, I'd say 1,000 feet away from the property directly on the north side of Level Road, would that sound accurate to you?
I would trust that you're telling the truth.
Have you reviewed a county zoning map to identify roughly where the PPA borders are?
I have not since I don't recall it.
Have you indicated anywhere in your application any materials, any location of where you would be sourcing materials for solar panels?
I believe the panels we indicated are going to be used are rated under the UL standards. And I need to look. Hold on a second. No, I don't think we indicated where they would be sourced.
Have you taken any steps to ensure that the source panels would be comprised of recyclable materials when decommissioned?
Yes, solar panels are primarily comprised of recyclable materials like glass and aluminum.
Is that all solar panels from all locations of origin?
The solar panels that we are proposing, yes.
I just understood you to say that you have not indicated where you are sourcing your solar panels.
The where versus the, I guess, brand manufacturer, they have a couple sources. I think we're using Canadian solar panels. Or
So you have identified the country of origin, not specifically the.
so to clarify,
Oh.
the Canadian solar is the manufacturer's name, but they have plants.
You have a general arrangement in place to specifically go forward with Canadian Solar as the source of these panels?
I am checking our ERD to see the exact panel that we specified. Okay, sorry. I do want to correct the record. We are proposing Hanwha Q cells, not Canadian Solar.
Sorry, what Q cell? What was that?
Hanwha Q cells.
Do you know where the where Hanwha Q cells are sourced from?
I would need to get back to you on that.
You stated throughout your application that I'd say a general. Let me rephrase. Throughout your application, you proposed that you would be protecting local water resources whenever you were constructing this application. You identified a stream to the north. You identified wetlands on the property. The application identified impacts to those wetlands. Well, why again did you not redesign the facility in such a way that would not create impacts to the wetlands?
Wetland impact avoidance is not feasible due to the location of the wetlands at this property going through the middle of the cleared field where the solar would be located.
Do you believe that if there's a wetland running through the middle of the field and you couldn't redesign the facility in any way, that would be an indicator that the site wasn't appropriate for the solar facility?
No.
Why not?
At Community Power Group, we have experience developing over wetlands, and it actually provides a valuable opportunity to restore the natural waterways. Like you were mentioning, productive farming before, that might involve fertilizers or pesticides being applied to the land versus the solar land use doesn't apply any of those chemicals that would then enter the waterways. And so we did do site meetings with U.S. Army Corps and MDE to review the delineated wetlands and observe the potential impacts that the solar may have. And it was determined that we were given letters of authorization from both federal and state agencies.
Is the letter of authorization from the agency a statement that there would be no impacts, or that the impacts would be acceptable?
Minor impacts. Or I guess the MDE classifies it as a minor permit.
In your supplemental testimony, you indicated communications with William Snyder in January of 2026. Did you have any communications with him beyond the email correspondence attached in your bench data production?
Outside the email does reference a phone call that preempted the email exchange, but no, other than that.
Did you personally call him?
No, I did not.
Did you speak with the person who did call him?
Yes.
What was the substance of the communication that they relayed to you?
That we were trying to figure out who at the county should look at the plans from a fire response perspective. Were provided William Snyder's contact information and proceeded to reach out to him with regards to our site plan.
Are you familiar with William Snyder's role in the Harford County government?
Yes.
What do you believe his role to be?
The Development Advisory Committee Fire and Emergency Medical Services representative.
Has this project gone through the Development Advisory Committee?
No, not yet.
Did he provide any substantive comments in relation to your communications to him?
Yes, he provided 2 comments on our site plan, and we incorporated his request.
Have you communicated with any members of the volunteer fire departments in the area?
No.
Do you believe Mr. Snyder would have communicated with them?
I do not know.
I have no further questions.
Staff?
Staff has no questions for this witness. Thank you very much.
Council, any redirect?
Just a few, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
What was PPRP's reaction to your the landscape buffer proposal?
They accepted it?
And what is it about in the Harford Next plan that you believe aligns with the Hopewell project?
Innovation and sustainability.
And what will happen to the property after the solar panel's useful life?
The site will be decommissioned per the decommissioning plan we included in this case, and it can return to agricultural use or whatever the landowner wants to do next.
And what's the makeup of the ground underneath the solar panels during operation?
Pollinator-friendly ground cover.
What does the decommissioning plan provide for in terms of disposal of the solar panels after at decommissioning?
Our plan takes into account the transportation of the materials to recycling or waste facilities, and it does not include any salvage value, but that is something that we would anticipate.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
When did you start communicating with this landowner?
2024.
Were you familiar with, did you review the bench data request to all parties and their responses?
Yes.
Okay. The changes that are shown from your original conditions map and the photo depiction from Google in the bench data request to PPRP, were those changes made while you were communicating with the landowner?
I believe you're talking about the aerial imagery that shows several buildings, and now there's only one home and a garage.
And some trees and a pond.
Yes. So the aerial imagery was from 2018, and then I believe most recently in the updated site plan, that imagery is from 2026. So it represents the accurate depiction of this site.
The soil designations, ADA and ADB, the areas, portions of those areas designated that way will be used for the panels installation. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Various site plans have been filed throughout the case so far. There was one with the application on September 2nd. There's one with a supplemental filing on October the 10th. There was one attached as Figure 1 to direct testimony on January the 20th. There was another one filed with supplemental on June the 11th. And finally, you filed one on August the 21st with a second round of supplemental testimony. Are you able to tell me what the differences are between each of those site plans?
I could prepare something in writing. At this point, I would need to look at each of them and tell you the changes. I think over the time through the data request, different feedback was received and incorporated.
Council, I would be interested, as I'm not sure what bench data request number we're on now. I think we might be on 4, with a description of what the changes are between all of the site plans that have been filed.
Okay, thank you.
Some of that is in the cover letter on the supplemental filing on October the 10th and on the supplemental testimony on June the 11th, but it's not very specific. It's a general reason for the changes, but not specifically what changed. So I'd be looking for something a little more specific than what's contained in those.
Understood.
Okay. Has the applicant reviewed the proposed license conditions of PPRP?
Yes.
And is the applicant contesting any of those?
No.
Same question for staff.
Yes.
And is the applicant contesting any of those?
No.
There was a letter filed by the county executive in the docket, and it contained, I think, 16
Yes.
recommendations. Don't quote me on that. Have you reviewed that filing?
Yes.
And are you contesting any of those?
Yes.
Which ones specifically? I gotta find it as well.
Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 4 we accept. Number 5 is contested. Number 6 is contested. Number 7 is contested. Number 8 is accepted. Number 9 is accepted with the understanding that site access refers to a Knox box, which is what we coordinated with William Snyder. And then 10 is accepted. 11, 12, and 13 are contested. 14 is accepted. And 15 is accepted. And 16 is contested.
I know there's some information in the ERD at pages 9 to 10, but that's a little bit outdated at this point. What efforts has the applicant made to comply with the requests of the county?
What have we done to comply with the request? These are 16 requests?
From the start
Oh,
of your communication
sure,
with the county?
yes.
But at the start, some of that is contained in the ERD at pages 9 through 10, but that was filed some time ago. So I'm looking more for what have you done since then?
We submitted the draft ERD, and that's what's contained in the ERD. We received a letter back, filed it to the docket, and then we did reach out to county staff regarding the stream buffer and the NRD, like fencing being allowed in the stream buffer, and then also William Snyder regarding fire access. So we have reached out to planning staff regarding the site layout.
There are specimen trees with critical root zones kind of along the existing tree line. Are those being disturbed at all?
No.
No portion of those root areas?
Correct.
Okay. Can you generally describe the slope of the site?
Generally, the high side is along the west, and it slopes fairly slowly or slightly to the east, between 0 and 5%.
What is the elevation of the westernmost panels? What is the range of elevation of the westernmost panels?
The westernmost panels, I'm looking at the site plan. Appear to, I think, be at the 360. That would be the ground elevation at the westernmost side.
Okay, and what about on the easternmost side, that row of panels?
$320. Oh wait, no, 370. 370.
The western panels are around 360 and the eastern panels are around 370?
The western are at 380 and the eastern are at 370. From my reading of this, but we could provide exact elevations if we could get into the AutoCAD in a response. If
What is the elevation of the homes across the street on the western side?
I don't have that elevation data on this map.
What about the homes on the eastern side?
They look to be about 360.
Okay, did you review public comment, written and oral?
By who?
Did you review the comments at the Public Service Commission, public comment hearing that the Public Service Commission held?
Yes.
Okay, and did you read the written comments that were filed in the docket, in the public comment docket?
I do not recall those
Okay.
specifically.
One of the residents from the homes on the eastern side of the property indicated that they can see straight through the tree line and can see the center of this property. You did some renderings, photo renderings. Did you find that to be true?
No, we did not find a view shed from the eastern side.
The view shed of the points on that side were done from the road, is that correct?
That's correct.
So they would have had to see through the house to see the portion of the site that's going to be used for panels. Is that right?
That's correct.
So it wouldn't depict what those homes can see from the back of their house.
Correct.
Okay. But from what the testimony you gave me about the elevation, which I'm a little concerned about the efficacy of that testimony, because the first answer about the western panels was 360 according to my notes, and the second was 380. But you testified that the site slopes down to the east, so the homes from the east would be looking uphill and would see the majority of the panels. Is that right?
The homes to the east are downhill from the facility.
Okay. Council, bench data request 5 is going to be the approximate range of elevations of the homes to the north, south, east, and west, and to the panels on the east and west.
So all sides for the homes.
And just,
All sides for the homes and 3 sides for
just 2 sides for the panels, east and west.
east and west. Got it.
Seven 218 is applicable to this project. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is it the applicant's testimony that if the CPCN is issued in this case, it would comply with all portions of 7 to 18?
Yes.
Is the project within visual range of a preservation area, rural legacy area, priority preservation area, public park, scenic river or byway, designated heritage area, or historic structure or site listed on or eligible for the National Register of Historic Places?
I do not believe so, no.
When you spoke to the local emergency response services of the county, did you include a map of the proposed generating station and the proposed location of any solar collector or isolator switch?
Yes.
The project is not applying for pollinator-friendly designation. Is that true?
That's true.
Why not?
I believe the criteria, we're not able to confirm if we can meet the criteria at this time.
Okay. But the project Also, the project is not incorporating agrivoltaics. Is that true?
That's true.
You indicated, or I think you indicated in testimony, I think it was in testimony, it might have been in the ERD, that pollinator-friendly ground cover was going to be utilized. What type?
It's an Earnest Seeds. They're a seed provider that specializes in native mixes and has a line specific to solar facilities that they recommend.
Do you know the title of the mix you're going to be using?
I will pull that from our landscape plan. I apologize. We don't have the specific mix indicated on the landscape plan.
Council Bench DR6 is what mix is going to be used. Where will that pollinator seed mix be used?
Within the fenced area of the project.
The entire fenced area except for the gravel roadway,
Yes.
including under the panels?
Yes.
What the buffer? At what height will the trees be planted?
The minor trees on our landscape plan are indicated at 4.5 feet at planting, and then there's a second 6 feet at planting for the major trees.
Where are you looking to find that information?
The landscape plan, page 4 of the updated site plan, C004, under buffer planting schedule. And then under size, that says minor tree 4.5 height BB, which stands for like balled and burlap, which is the way that the plants get delivered to the site in a burlap sack.
To the right, under where it says buffing planting materials in detail, and it says planting notes, it says minimum specimen height upon installation shall be 3 feet. To what is that referring?
Yeah, that note is in conflict with the planting schedule to the left, which identifies 4.5 and 6, so should be removed.
Give me just a minute. Can you just describe the buffer that you intend to plant?
Yes. It's 20 foot wide, consisting of large trees, medium to small trees. Specific number is 6 large trees and 5 medium to small trees every 100 linear feet, along with 25 shrubs spaced along that same 100 linear foot section.
And what is the, sorry, I'm having trouble finding the exhibit that I wanted to show you. What is the order of the planting?
I am not sure. I believe it alternates between large and small trees, and then the shrubs are dispersed.
How many rows of plantings will there be?
We haven't gone to that level of detail yet. I don't, yeah.
Give me just one moment. All right. Can you turn to Hopewell Ranch Solar Bench, Hopewell Ranch Solar response to bench DR sets 1 and 2. The first attachment, it says it's called Hopewell Ranch Solar Bench DR1 Responses Final Part 1.
The visual renderings.
Yes. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, and now to page 54 of that document. 54 of 73, according to what I have in the docket.
So I opened up Exhibit 15 is what I had available to me, which is 290 pages, but it includes that visual assessment. Is there a page number on the
It says,
or what photo simulation you're on?
key observation point 6-130 Hopewell Road. 5 years following installation. These two screens mirror each other, so your witness is seeing what you can see. Feel free to approach if you need to. Okay, so this is docket item number 59, Hopewell Ranch Solar 1 LLC, response to bench data request number 1 and 2, mail log 333361. And in that response, there's a cover letter, and then there's the first part of the responses. I've downloaded it, and this is about as big as I can get it. But this is key observation point 6, 130 Hopewell Road. The proposed view following installation appears to show only one type of tree at a 4 foot or 4.5 foot height. You just testified that it would be 4.5 feet and 6 feet. Is that right? So this is not 4.5 feet and 6 feet installations, is it?
It's representative of year 2.
Following installation.
Okay. That is supposed to be representative of at installation.
Right, and you just said installation was 4.5 feet and 6 feet for the minor and major trees. Is that right?
That's the landscape C buffer requirements, yes. Which was
Is that
intended
what's
to.
being depicted here?
It was intended to, but I can see there may be a gap in the height perception and number of trees.
Okay. Now I'm showing you 2 years following installation. Let me just ask, what is the maximum height of the panels that you're proposing be installed?
The maximum height allowed is the 15 feet, but I think we're closer to 12 feet at max tilt.
Okay. And are these panels depicted at max tilt?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the height to the bottom of the panel at max tilt?
The clearance, 2 feet.
Okay. Again, you're depicting a buffer here after 2 years of growth, where it should have been planted at 4.5 feet and 6 feet pursuant to your testimony just now. Does that look right to you?
Yes, that looks like 2 years of growth.
Okay, and now at 5 feet, at year 5 years following installation, is this what your proposed buffer will look like?
That is the intent of the proposed buffer, yes.
Other solar installations across Maryland have been using a buffer that has 3 rows
Okay.
and that alternates evergreen and deciduous trees. And that's planted in such a way that the plantings are, I don't know how to describe it, the plantings are catty-corner to each other so that it maximizes the buffer. So, for instance, in this depiction, I'm assuming these darker green trees are evergreens. So there would be coverage in all seasons. But I'm assuming that these are not. Am I correct in these assumptions? And so when these leaves fall, you would see straight through here?
That is not the intent of our screening plan. I think the staggered is the industry standard, and it would alter. My computer did die, and I believe the photo simulation has the species that we were proposing, but the landscape plan is something where would permit with the county based on their native species list and recommendations. So we're not. I forget because I don't have it in front of me what species we are choosing to be representative here, but we're open to the suggestions of the 3 rows and the staggered and alternating deciduous and evergreen.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
What is the water source for the buffer?
During establishment,